What is good, guys? It's your boy Darren back at it again with another review. Today we got Busta Rhymes Dragon Season The Awakening EP. Just a short, EP from Busta Rhymes. Uh Apparently he has an album coming out this year, looks like possibly. We'll see if it does or not. Last album that Busta Rhymes dropped was pretty fucking forgettable. His feature list on that album, ah, just just not the feature list that I would want a Busta Rhymes to have. Um, Busta Rhymes, an old rapper in the game, still doing it. At some point, I love Busta, but you know, I I think he can still have some in him, but it's just like, at some point you could call it quits, man. It doesn't hurt. But then again, I mean, there's a lot of rappers that are still doing it to this day, so I probably should stop. But it be what it be. Let's just get straight to it, man. The worst tracks that I don't like, Unleash Me. I didn't like the chorus. There's something about the track that didn't feel kind of what the EP title, gave. When I saw the track title Unleash Me, even though the chorus didn't come in that much, just didn't do any present. I don't know. I felt like this track and the title, I feel like deserves like a song that really just shows him, going crazy, going insane, being, Busta Rhymes. And I just felt like there wasn't enough. There wasn't any enough crazy bars. There wasn't anything too insane for me to be like, this is like, vintage Busta Rhymes. It felt like a good track, but honestly, a track really forgettable, and I just didn't like it. I don't know, I just felt like it was more of a worse track for me that I would not I'd honestly skip because I wanna see vintage Busta Rhymes, and I felt like we had them on the other tracks more or less. Treasure and Gold featuring YG Marley, not a fan of, you know, the island vibes, the Jamaican, Caribbean, those types of vibes when it comes to in general. I mean, you can make good songs from them. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying I'm just not really a fan most times of the chances. Yeah, just don't like the song. Let's get to the good song. Letter to My Children. Thought it was a really good song. Did his fucking thing. Just felt like, you know, bros writing, showing his lyrical ability and how he still got it, and just writing the letter that your dad still got it. He still got the flow. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't remember most of the lyrics, but probably some sad stuff in there. But it wasn't a sad song from what I remember. The production was great. Busta Rhymes was doing his fucking thing, and I really liked it. National Treasure felt more of what I wish Unleash Me kind of was. I felt like the beat was better. I felt like Busta just felt just like he was flowing. He had similes, he had metaphors, he was tying shit down. It felt better. Keep Executing felt like another song that I feel like Unleash Me definitely could have been. Same thing. He's just executing on all cylinders. The production's really nice. Busta Rhymes just sounds more vintage. He sounds like he's got the energy to still keep up with some of the rappers nowadays or some of the greats. He could definitely be with Kendrick Lamar or Eminem or some shit. You can see he still got it. But to me, probably low key the best track on here is Do the Bus a Bus. Now, this is where I say this is true vintage Busta Rhymes. Because not only is he, known for, obviously kind of being like Twista in terms of just being able to rhyme and use schemes that are super fast and flows that are so fire that you're just like, holy shit, even with that crazy voice of his that's very raspy. You can tell he smokes a lot. Um, this guy can also still make club bangers. I mean, he was with, and he is known for having one of the greatest verses on a Chris Brown track, or I don't know if it was Busta Rhymes track, but it might have been, yeah, I think it was Chris Brown track. And Do the Busta Bus just feels like a really good club banger that Busta Rhymes still has the ability to do. And I find it very catchy, very enjoyable. It doesn't do too much, it doesn't become cringy at some point. Um, and I like it. I think it's very enjoyable and very good for the EP. And it shows that Busta can kind of still still do the old school club banger type of song. Shout out to Busta Rhymes. But overall, definitely has me looking forward to the album. I hope that if he does do an album, he is back on, like, I don't know what the album was before his last one. I forgot what it was called, but I didn't give it that much of a bad rating. I think he had really good feature. He had Kendrick on it. I remember that song was super good. But he also had someone else on it. I think it was Rhapsody. He had both Kendrick and Rhapsody on the album. And overall, I didn't love the album, I'll admit. But it was such a better, more well put together album than his latest body of work, because that had the baby and just had most of the new age rappers, which again, I'm not mad if you use new age rappers, but to me, the only people in my eyes that are allowed to use new age rappers in their albums and they could actually make a very put together body of work is Kanye West, Tyler the Creator, and on occasion, maybe M or K Dot, but realistically, M or K Dot really shouldn't be doing it because it could kind of ruin the album for them. I mean, as much as I love them, they don't. To me, the only two people that are really allowed to are Tyler or Kanye. Those are the only two people that, in my eyes, have the ability to have some of the worst, and I mean atrocious rappers in history that I'm iffy on, and I don't really listen to their music, like the Baby, NBA YoungBoy, Lil Yachty, who was kind of ass for a bit, and now he's kind of decent now. Like to me, they're they can revive those careers and somehow put them on an album and make them sound decent, or put on a new artist that nobody really knows and make a good album. Busta's done it here, Meek Mill's done it before. Like, y'all are good, but y'all aren't great enough to make washed rappers decent, man. I just don't think you should be doing it. It's usually not gonna pan out good in terms of a review for me because I just don't got the ability. It's okay. Not everyone does. I mean,